Well, guys, Chelsea takes first spot in a Premier League standings. Let's put it away. So far, we have played top teams to the like of City, United, Newcastle, Liverpool. I will also include Nottingham Forest for the way they're actually playing. They play so far. And just recently we played Arsenal. So what's left there for Chelsea to face, to play again? And why shouldn't I believe that Chelsea will finally clinch the Champions League spot that we desperately need? Yes guys, welcome back to another of my videos. Welcome back to the color is blue Chelsea FC. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, you're welcome to do it. Smash the like button for me and keep watching my videos. Getting back to what I was saying, Chelsea finally managed to clinch the Premier League table to that third position spot we have missed for nearly 3 years, and this is a massive achievement. So big credit to Maresca for the job he's doing so far at Chelsea Football Club. Personally, I believe that Chelsea could have won the match against Arsenal. They did extremely well when they play Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Martinelli got Arsenal ahead, but I had to say again that Roberto Sanchez blunder cost us 3 points, because I'm pretty much sure that if Martinelli didn't score that goal, Chelsea could have secured 3 points. For the first 35 minutes, Chelsea had almost 75% possession of the ball, which say a lot if you think about, especially playing against a team like Arsenal. Chelsea could have scored immediately in very early stages of the match, but Malo Gusto missed a huge opportunity. Should have had the ball in the net on a cross of Pedro Neto. But again, you know, Malo Gusto is very good on a wing, but when it comes to score goal, it's not really that focused, that concentrated. That's why all the time I remember that we need to look for a decent striker that can win us games. Well, Cole Palmer wasn't the usual Cole Palmer we know. I mean, he was a bit quiet. I had to say that perhaps the knee problem he's having recently is influencing his performance. So I'm a bit concerned about that. Well, I hope that this knee problem that Cole Palmer is having recently is not a major issue. It's something that can be fixed immediately, because we want Cole Palmer fully fit to play the way he can play, really. But now let's talk about the progression of Chelsea. Just think about, guys, that it's been a while since we haven't seen Chelsea third in the league. This is promising, because I believe that Chelsea can do even better than that. Just think about of the next upcoming game. But now let's talk about the man of the match, Pedro Neto. He was brilliant. He's undroppable. From my point of view, Pedro Neto should play all the time in the first 11, okay? Now, his goal was sublime and was pure class. Thanks God he scored a level for Chelsea, because we truly deserve to win the match, really. Overall, the performance of Pedro Neto was outstanding. He was so fast on the wing, so powerful, and he contributed a lot for Chelsea to have great chances in the final third. Really gave so much contribution And clearly, so far, I believe that Pedro Neto is doing much better than Jadon Sancho. And I am pleased that Enzo Maresca is picking him in his first 11, especially when we play in a Premier League. And now is the turn of Moises Caceido, another player that against Arsenal was outstanding. Moises Caceido is improving more and more. He's commanding the midfield position. He was against Arsenal in total control, very confident. His performance was, as I mentioned, outstanding. I'm very happy about that. Moises Caceido is worth every single penny that Chelsea paid for him, I have to say. And he reminds me of the old Claude Makalele. You remember? Well, the more I see Caceido, the more he reminds me of Makalele. It quite made me laugh in a way. I was a bit surprised of the decision of Enzo Maresca to leave Reece James on a bench and preferring Malo Gusto to him. So we had Cucurella and Malo Gusto playing right back and left back, which was quite unusual, but it did work well, I have to say. Marco Cucurella did a lot of work on the wing, so Malo Gusto. So I'm very impressed about the performance of both players, I have to say. Let's talk a bit about Enzo Maresca. Full credit to the manager for the job he's doing so far. A marvelous job. I'm very impressed. But there is something I'm not impressed at all. Enzo, perché non fai giocare di più a Christopher Nkunku? Sorry guys, I got a bit passionate and I started to talk Italian. Well, what I say is, why don't let play Nkunku more? Why? Nkunku was brought in only in the last few minutes of the game. Can you expect Nkunku to change the game? Can you expect Nkunku in 5 minutes to score a goal? Come on, that is impossible. It's pointless. Why, Enzo Maresca, I hope you listen to me, why you don't use much more the players on the bench rather than playing them just the last 5 minutes? Well, that is the only criticism I like to make about Enzo Maresca, is keeping all the players on the bench sitting there. He never really used them as much. Against Arsenal, perhaps we needed a bit more of sparkle in the final third. But Nkunku was brought in, as I mentioned, only in the last few minutes. It's pointless. Well, we all seen that against Arsenal, Nicola Jackson up front wasn't really doing a lot. In the final third, we needed a better striker, a much more dynamic striker. And Nkunku would have solved that problem. But again, Enzo Maresca's decision to bring Nkunku only in the last few minutes of the game, for me personally, was wrong. I believe that Maresca should use much more players on the bench when we need them. So that is the only criticism I have to make. I think Maresca so far is doing a brilliant job at Chelsea. He's playing an exciting style of football. His tactics are working well, but that is the only issue I had to say that concern me about not using fully the players on the bench. I think that should change from my point of view. Well guys, as you may be aware, we have in now international break, so all the Premier League team will have roughly 10 days to perhaps improve tactics and to think about the next game. Well, Chelsea next game will be against Leicester away, when Arsenal will be playing Nottingham Forest. So on the paper we have much more chances than Arsenal to get 3 points. That will agitate Chelsea, will give us the opportunity to climb the table even further. And this is what we really hope. Chelsea will be playing after the international break in the European Conference League. Will be facing teams that are unknown, really, from my point of view, not that recognized team, I will say. And again, we should have a massive opportunity to do extremely well in European Conference League. So guys, stay tuned in for my next upcoming video, where I will be talking, of course, about the next Chelsea game against Leicester away. It was a pleasure to be with you today. Remember again to subscribe to the channel and keep watching my video. And see you next time, guys. Bye.